right, friends. First of all, y'all see it. This is Miss Tiffany Haddish. I was taking a good old nap after going to the gym today, and I was like, oh, breaking news, Tiffany Haddish. And I'm like, okay, she was trending on Twitter. So I go and I check my phone, and I'm like, this is not real. Okay, Tiffany Haddish has been arrested. And she's out on bond, bail, whichever one it is. But she's out for DUI, y'all. Like, Tiffany. First thought, Lauren. First thought.
Do these celebrities and athletes think they're invincible? Like, I am just shocked and appalled at the number of news stories
It's annoying.
Have come out accidents, driving while drunk, just recklessness, and
domestics, drugs.
So I mean, okay. Did she split from Common? Isn't that recent?
Yeah.
Okay, so recent. Maybe she going through something because maybe she really was digging Common and she was having a moment, but get an Uber, chick. Like, come on. Right. Get an Uber.
I know that we're all one decision away from doing something stupid. I get that. So I never like to judge people too harshly, but at the same time, these people are granted opportunities and exposure like no other. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a huge Tiffany fan in the sense of her comedy or whatever. She's not hilarious to me.
Funny.
She's just one stop. She's gonna be typecast to me. She's gonna always be the loud, black, crazy, wild chick.
Very true.
But regardless of whether I like her as her craft, I was rooting for her because she does have that come up story. Mm-hmm. But when you're in your 40s, late 30s, I want to say late 30s, 40s, I'm not going to give her any excuses. You knew what everybody knows. Like, if you're if you become pregnant as a teenager at this point, you know what you're supposed to do to avoid it. Mm-hmm. Same thing with this DUI. Like, she knew wherever, and the article says that they smelled marijuana. So of course that's legal in California. So, mm-hmm. But like I always say, like, you're risking your bag.
Right. And two, it's unfortunate for her because usually you hear these stories from athletes and celebrities when they're literally at their peak. I'm not sure she was at her peak just yet. Like, I don't think she could afford something like this in her career. And I don't want to say this early because she's not necessarily a newbie, but she's not even a vet yet. You know what I mean? So it was very bad timing for her.
Yeah. She was climbing. She was climbing. She was getting there. People were, because she's had the TV show, but she's not A-list. Would you say A-list?
No, I would B-.
B-. Because if Whoopi, and I'm not going to speak this, but let's say Whoopi or Joy or whatever, it'll be, but then they'll recover.
Right.
Statement, go to rehab, recover. She don't have that grace right now. Like, you're not that good. So yeah, I was a bit shocked with Miss Tiffany Haddish and disappointed. And it's very interesting because a lot of people think with DUIs, you actually have to be in a moving car. She was pulled over on the side of the road, sleeping when they found her.
That's not the first time. It was somebody else who was pulled over on the side of the road. That was under the influence too. It's just something about that. Like, one, who were you around? Like, if you was partying with your friends, why didn't they say, let me take you home? Or maybe you should stay here for the night. Like,
yes. You know what? That gives me
friends.
Yeah, that reminds me of, oh man, the track star that messed up and all of that. And remember the conversation around it. And I know I said it. What happened to back in the day when the dope dealer be like, you're the track star. I'm not giving you, no, you going to college. Remember when people used to look out for you, be like, no, I'm looking out for you. Get off this block and go straight home and whatever. And so, of course, yes, we know she's a whole adult and she can do what she want to do. But at the same time, I think it's very important to have the right people around you, especially when you have such a great responsibility.
Absolutely. And I don't know who I was having a conversation with about the people you hang around.
Yes.
And most of the time when you go from nothing to something, those people that typically surround you are yes men, because they don't want you to like be like, forget you and leave them behind. They want to be with the in crowd. So they're going to do whatever you say. So it's just unfortunate that she doesn't, I don't know her people, but she didn't at the moment have somebody to be like, yo.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just interesting. You know, the weed doesn't really, it's whatever. But it's just the whole act of driving under the influence found, it's just not a good look. And she's just, her little mugshot, she just smiling on it and whatever. So, you know, we have to just keep watching the story and see how it plays out.
I hope she bounces back from it. But like you said, she's typecasted. She's going to always play the same role. I do see the industry shifting gears. It's not going to be too many more roles of the, you know, belligerent black chick.
Yeah, no. Crazy black baby girl. Donna, yeah, absolutely. So kudos, good luck, and all that other stuff, Tiffany Haddish. But on to the next story.
Wait a minute, y'all. Who got caught with DUI?
Tiffany Haddish.
Well, you know what it was? She was asleep in her car, but apparently in Georgia, if you are sleeping in your car because, you know, some people don't want to drive because they're drunk, so they just sleep in their car. That's still considered driving under the influence. I didn't know that.
Wow. And then somebody was saying she wasn't pulled off the road properly. So that was something else that they were trying to say. And I'm like, I don't know.
Remember they burned down the Wendy's in Atlanta, Georgia because of the black man that tased the white cop and then they shot him because he was sleeping in his car because he was drunk.
In the drive-thru. I remember that.
At the drive-thru, yeah. And that's how I'm like, well, he wasn't driving, so they shouldn't bother him. But that's still driving under the influence. So
Yep.
Y'all think she a little bit hurt, you know, over her breakup with Common? I think she might be still in her feeling.
I thought that.
I do. I really do. I think she might be a little hurt. I mean, and rightly so. If she cared for him or fell in love with him, and then the way he kind of downplayed the breakup, she's like, nah.
Yeah.
She like, nah, you ain't telling the truth about what really went down. So,
but see, honestly, I get that she's hurt, but she's real like that. She didn't really make a good case for herself because, like, picture this: you break up, and you get caught with this, and he gonna be like, "See, this why she wasn't for me. She wasn't for me."
When you say, "Picture this,"
but I think Common is the common denominator. That's the problem.
Yes, Dana.
Serena, Erica Badu, Angela,
all go crazy.
He has wonderful women, and you can't keep him. Like, or he just it's him. It's him.
Yeah. What's up with my homeboy? I don't know.
You make a good point, Dana. We need to unpack this. I need to learn more about Common. He must be toxic.
I'm not interested in him though. That's the thing. No? Like, no, never.
But here you go, Melissa. It's the mysteriousness about him. Like, you can't read him. You don't. The reason why you not checking for him is because you don't know too much about him. And I think for me, that's what I like the most. That's what I value about me. It's like people can't really read me.
And the women that dated him are not even talking about their experience with dating him. No. So like, what's up with that?
You're right. After you're right.
You know, usually somebody will say a little something. I think Tiffany probably said the most out of all of them.
Yeah. True. So it must not have ended well. Because I think Angela wanted children and marriage. Serena, I know she wanted children and marriage because it was when her and Common broke up, she married the guy, I forgot his name, Alexia. That's his name.
Ohanahan or something like that.
Yeah, she married him. So I think it's him. I think it's Common.
Y'all don't tell me that because I just really feel like Common's a great guy. And
I mean, he's probably a great guy, but not a good partner.
Okay, you're right. That's a good way to look at it. Dang, that's messed up though.
I know, because he does look like a nice guy, but
like he would be a very caring, like he was one of those like emotional men. Like, I feel like he would be like a husband that'd be in tune with your emotions. Like, so how are you feeling today?
No, I feel like he's emotionally detached. Like, think about it. You never know who's dating Common until they're like 6 years in, because he never confirms it. They're never together. Like, no.
It's the nonchalantness. You're right.
Yeah, because Tiffany was like more happy about announcing them being together than he was. Like, I never like seen him like putting her on front street like how she was doing him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he my
Yes.
man, and yeah, we together, and this and
Yes.
that and the third. And I never saw him like hyping up them as a
Exactly.
couple, like
Mm.
being
Yep.
proud, you know, the say. And even the pictures I saw was almost like they was buddy buddy, the way they, it wasn't like
Like
Mhm.
a
friends, like friends.
connection, a picture
Yeah.
where you could see, oh, look at them all booed up, you know, it wasn't
No,
that.
you didn't get that.
I